6 weeks ago, I had an eye appointment, which I requested because I was experiencing a straight line in my left eye from one side to the other side, almost like you're wearing bifocals. So I could find myself staring at the line. So I needed to find out if it was a bleed, and it wasn't. My eyesight had really deteriorated. So they were quite concerned about how quick and aggressive my eyesight had deteriorated that they requested a 6 weeks follow-up appointment. I went to the follow-up appointment and had my normal vigorous exams where they, not exams, vigorous tests where they take photos of the back of your eyes and put drops in your eyes and so on and so forth. And then I finally got to see the specialist, and he said the good thing was, since the 6 weeks, the eyesight had sort of stabilised, but there is no further action. They don't need to see me anymore. There is nothing they can do. There's no yearly appointments. They've discharged me. So to be honest with you, I didn't know how to respond to this, because when you're discharged from somewhere, it's the end of something. And what it's the end of is my eyesight. It's only going to go one way, and it's going to deteriorate and deteriorate. So that's basically where we're at. There's nothing they can do for me at all. And I knew this. I've known that there's no cure. I've known that there's really no trials at the moment. But to actually hear it is really quite powerful and quite upsetting. But I have digested it over the last few days, and I feel that I have to find the grace and the faith in what I believe in and how I can help others by sharing my experiences of this journey. But I have to sit with the fact that it is the end of my vision, and that's a grieving process.
So tell us what you can see at the moment.
What I can see at the moment is a dead line here, so I kind of look either above or below it. What I can see is a flat weld. I can still see colour, which I'm really pleased with, but I've always stayed with the fact that everything is pixelated, but that imaging is fading and fading and fading. So everything is becoming flatter and duller, and it's just like I've always said, like a picture being left out in the sun, and it just fades and fades and fades. And the pixelated imaging is becoming more pixelated, so there's more black dots and there's more lines through things like cracks, and them cracks are black lines, which is where their eyesight is dead. So they don't even ask me to do the ABC on the charts anymore. They come up and they go, can you see one finger? Can you see three fingers? Or things like this. So I don't actually do the ABC anymore on the charts. One of my friends who's blind, he said the other day that don't ask why me, ask why not me. And that's really powerful, because I think if you believe that this path has been given to you for a reason, and I think the path has been given to me for a reason, that I can show other people that you can get over anything as long as you have the faith in what you're doing. I have the faith in yoga, and I have the faith in philosophy. So that's my mantra at the moment. Not why me, but why not me? I'm humble enough to know that you learn every day from other people, and that's why my podcast is so important to me, because for everybody that I interview, I learn something from. So I'm forever learning and forever growing. I'm learning brow, which is another difficult challenge. And I think if you're sitting on the couch asking why you, and you're not happy with the way your life is, you need to change that, and only you can change that.
So you've been on a journey for 7 years. But when you started that journey 7 years ago with the doctors, did you think that something might happen, or?
Every time I go to an appointment, there's a piece of me that thinks maybe it hasn't deteriorated, maybe it's my mind, maybe this time there might be a trial. Now, that doesn't mean that I'd take the trial, it's just that there's a little bit of faith that there might be something, or it might have stopped deteriorating. In the last 7 years, every time that I go for these appointments, it's deteriorated. And sometimes I think I won't go to this appointment. I don't want to be a nuisance. Or I notice a really, really big change in my vision, and I think, oh, should I go? Shouldn't I go? Maybe there's something that's wrong, so I should just get them to check. I'll go, and it might be 6 months, it might be a year, and I go and have these appointments, and half of it's to know if I'm imagining it, or it's my brain playing tricks on me, and every single time there's been a massive shift in my vision. And I think the more you work on yourself and the more you observe your mind and your thoughts, I've kind of always known in my mind and in my heart that I'm not an imagining it. It has got worse. Just this appointment has probably been one of the hardest because it's a massive shift. Sitting with it for a few days and thinking about it, I won't waste any more of my energy on thinking, oh, poor Dawn. It's got to be, okay, so this is where I am. I've lived in the moment, and living in the moment has to allow yourself some grace. So at the moment of when I found out on Wednesday, and today's Friday, so Thursday, even though I had a busy day, I had to think to myself, just allow myself that little bit of grace to say, I need to sit with this, and at the moment I'm feeling sad. I had to sit with that, and that's living in that moment. And in that moment, I was sad. And today, a day after sort of finding out, or 2 days after finding out, now sitting with that, I'm thinking about moving forward. But it's sad, it's the end of something, and it's the end of my vision.